Someone looks at you and says, "You have gained weight," or "You're too skinny, you're too tall, you're too short, you're too dark, you're too fair," or "You looked better before." What should you do? Stay silent? Maybe fight back? Or laugh it off? Today, let's talk about how powerful people handle body shamers or the scenarios wherein they are body shamed. And if you have ever been body shamed, trust me, you are not alone. I have been body shamed at almost every step of my life. When I was growing up, I was extremely thin, not just slim, extremely thin, and people called me Sukhi, Dandi, Beady. People would say, "Do you even eat? You'll fly away if a wind blows." And as a child, those comments hurt because you don't know how to separate your identity from what people keep telling you. Then there was something else people loved pointing out: my ears. Yes, my ear, because they point out like this. People would make fun of how they looked. And when you are young, even a small comment can stay with you for years. Then life changed. I became a mother, and after pregnancy, my weight went up to around 83 kgs. And suddenly, the same world that once called me too thin started calling me too fat. You have let yourself go. Moti ho gayi hai. What happened to you? You looked better before. So I decided to do something about it. I started exercising for my health. I became disciplined. I started taking care of myself. I started hitting the gym. And guess what? People still had something to say. Some were telling me, "Why do you spend so much time in the gym? Kitna exercise karoge? How much will you exercise? You're a mother. Why are you so focused on yourself? Who are you trying to impress at this age?" That's when I understood something that completely changed the way I look at criticism. People rarely stop judging. They simply change the reason for those judgments. If you are skinny, they'll comment. If you are overweight, they will again comment. If you lose weight, then they will still comment. If you gain weight, they will have an opinion about it. If you work on yourself, then again they will have an advice. If you don't, they will still say something about it, which means the problem was never your body. The problem is that some people will always have an opinion. And the irony is, most of these people are never genuinely concerned about you. They will never call you and ask you, "How are you doing?" or "Is everything okay with you?" or "Are you going through something difficult because your body is changing?" Sometimes there is a story behind every body. When I became a new mother, I was not just carrying extra weight, I was carrying sleepless nights. I was taking care of my children. I was navigating one of the biggest transitions of my life. And many women go through postpartum depression. Many people are dealing with hormonal changes. Some are having some medical issues. Some are taking medications that affect their weight or their body. Some are struggling with stress, anxiety, or depression. And then there are things we simply don't get to change. They are God gifted, like the shape of my ears, our height, our skin color, our facial features, maybe our body structure. These are things we are born with. We cannot change, we don't have control over them. Yet, people who know nothing about your journey often feel that they have the right to comment on your body. They don't know your struggles, they don't know who you are, they don't know your circumstances, they don't know your story, but somehow they believe they have earned the right to judge your appearance. That's why I stopped taking every opinion personally, because I realized that most opinions are formed without understanding the person standing right in front of you. And over the years, I have learned something very important. You cannot control what people say, but you can absolutely control how much power their words have over you. So, today I want to share 5 lessons that have helped me deal with body shamers over the years. These are not just ways to respond to hurtful comments, they are ways to protect your confidence, to protect your peace, and most importantly, to protect your self respect. So let's begin quickly with the first lesson. Lesson number one: their words reflect their conditioning, not your worth. See, every person sees the world through their own conditioning: social, family, life, and everything. Some grew up in families where commenting on someone's body was considered absolutely normal. That's what they saw. Some simply lack emotional intelligence, and some people put others down because it makes them feel better about themselves. Powerful people understand the difference. So instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" when they comment, just ask, "What makes someone think that it's okay to speak to another human being like this?" That one shift changes everything, because their words says more about them, not you. Lesson number two: don't give every opinion VIP access to your mind. Imagine a stranger walks into your room. They sit on the sofa, they look around, and starts criticizing your furniture. Would you redesign your entire house because one stranger didn't like your furniture? Of course not. Will you change the furniture? No. Then why redesign your self worth because someone made a comment about your body? Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every sentence deserves an emotional reaction. Powerful people become very selective about whose opinion they carry. Lesson number three, set boundaries without feeling guilty. If someone close to you keeps commenting on your body, don't keep laughing it off. If it hurts you, please tell them politely but clearly that I would appreciate it if you don't comment on my body. Or just simply say that I'm not comfortable discussing my appearance again and again. Simple, respectful, firm. No long explanations required, no apology. Just remember one thing very, very clearly, boundaries are not rude, they are instructions for how people can treat you, and you make that instruction manual. Lesson number four, ask questions instead of defending yourself. One of the biggest mistakes we make when someone body shames us is that we immediately start defending ourselves. Like, actually, I have gained weight because, actually, I'm losing weight because, actually, I have a medical condition, and then we start describing that medical condition. You don't owe everyone an explanation unless they ask. Sometimes the best response is not an answer, it is a question. If someone says you have gained so much weight, you can just calm down and simply ask them back, I'm curious, what made you feel comfortable saying that? Or what exactly bothers you about it? Or just simply ask them, do you often comment on other people's bodies? Or do you often keep on noticing other people's body? Or do you think it's okay to make personal remarks about someone's appearance? And if it is someone who repeatedly makes such remarks, you can even ask them, do you enjoy making fun of people? Or do you genuinely think that comments like these are helpful to anyone? Now, you will notice one thing, you're not attacking them, you're not insulting them, you're simply asking them to reflect on what they just said. A few moments ago, you were the one feeling uncomfortable. Now they have to think about their own behavior and they will feel uncomfortable. And even if they don't change, you have made one thing very clear. You are not someone who silently accepts disrespect. You have just made your boundaries clear to them. Lesson number five, choose your response wisely. People often think there are only two choices, stay silent or just fight back. But there are many more responses you can choose. And sometimes the best response is to ignore it because not every comment deserves your energy. Sometimes humor also works beautifully. Like, let's say someone says that you have gained weight. Smile and say, life's been feeding me well. I'm grateful. Or just say that, thank you for noticing. No anger, no insecurity, just sheer confidence. If someone calls you short heighted or too tall or too dark, just say, thank you for noticing. And sometimes the most powerful response is simply just walking away. If someone repeatedly body shames you despite knowing that it hurts you, distance is not disrespect, it is self respect. Not every relationship deserves unlimited access to your peace. And one last thing, very important. A lot of people ask me that, ma'am, when they body shame us, should we body shame them back? Well, my answer is yeah, you could. You may even win that argument by body shaming them back, but you lose something much bigger, and that is your character, your values. Power is not about proving you're better at insulting people. Power is choosing a response that reflects who you are. So be assertive, be confident, stand up for yourself, but don't become that kind of person who made you feel small in the first place. And here is what I have learned, your appearance will change throughout your life with age, like as a child, as an adult, after marriage, with some medical conditions, maybe hormonal changes, after becoming a parent. And as you grow older, your body will keep changing. If your confidence is based only on your appearance, it will always feel temporary. Instead, build your confidence on your values, your discipline, your kindness, your skills, your integrity, your self worth. These are the things that time cannot easily take away from you. So, the next time someone comments on your body, just pause for a moment and ask yourself, do I believe what they're saying? Because that's the only opinion that matters. Only your opinion about you. is what that matters, because people will judge you when you're skinny, they will judge you when you're overweight, they will judge you no matter what your complexion, your height is. They will judge you for everything. So stop making life decisions based on people who will never stop having opinions. Remember, people speak from their own social and family conditioning. You respond from your own character and values. Don't give anyone the authority to decide how you will feel about your own self. Because confidence is not about when nobody criticizes you. Confidence is when someone else's criticism no longer decides your worth. And once you realize it, that's the time you will start living with power and speak with power. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. This is Captain Ritukumar Singh signing off. Jai Hind. Namaste.